Hi, my name is Stephen McGee and I'm the author of Toxic Electricity. And a couple of months ago all my wireless devices were taken out of service, and that was followed shortly by the utility company changed out my AMR meter, which has a wireless device in it, and put in this mechanical meter. And a few weeks after they changed out my meter, they changed out the neighbor's meter. So there are no AMR electrical utility devices in this location. However, we still have the gas meter AMR, which is right here. And I've seen a major improvement in the plant growth in this area. This is a follow-up video to one that I did around the time that the AMR meter was changed out. And one of the things I noticed is this one started putting up new shoots shortly after the meters were changed out. You can see the lighter new growth taking place, and the climber has also started putting up new shoots. Previously it wouldn't really grow in this area, and it looks like that's in the process of changing. Now this one has put up new shoots as well, and these previously were dormant. They wouldn't really show any growth from year to year. They would just stay alive, and they're actually increasing their size. And I've seen more growth on these plants. It's very, very noticeable in this plant, because this one is now 6 foot tall, whereas when I did the last video it was probably about 3 foot tall. So you can see it's put on very vigorous growth in just the space of a couple of months. So I'm at the point where there's no doubts that it was the wireless radiation that was retarding the growth of these plants. So let's take a look at some of this. Now this one, I've never seen it grow so tall. It must be like 16 foot tall right now. I've never seen it grow so big. So it's actually grown in height, and you can see here it's got very vigorous growth on it right now in this area. And it's very, very healthy compared to what it was prior to the wireless devices being taken out of service. Even this plant, it's actually looking much healthier than what it was before, and it's thrown up new growth down at its base, and it's just generally looking better. It's very, very noticeable in these plants. I've been trying to get these plants to grow tall for a few years, and they haven't really been growing, and they were very, very dormant. But they've just put on this spurt of growth in the last couple of months. These have grown more in the last couple of months than what they've done in the last few years. And it's very, very noticeable on this plant. And if you look down here, there's been a hole in this bush for the longest time, and the plant has suddenly decided it's going to fill the hole. And you can see all this new growth coming up that wasn't there previously. So this plant is in the process of filling out. And one of the things that I noticed was all the growth on this plant, what little growth it had, was all on the tips. There was no growth in the middle of the bush, and that has now changed. So these plants are certainly reacting to the changed electromagnetic radiation environment, and it's very clear at this point that the growth that it's now showing is actually very, very different to what it's been for the previous few years, and it's actually growing the way it previously grew. And something changed a few years ago in this area that made these plants go dormant, It's very clear that the wireless devices that have been taken out of service have now rectified the growth problem on these plants, and I'll be keeping an eye on this area, and I am far happier to see that these plants are actually showing the growth patterns that they should have been growing over the last few years. And this one quite shocked me when I saw it, how tall it got. It's at least 8 foot now. So it's gone from being about 3 feet to 8 feet in just the space of a couple of months. And it has far more vigorous growth on it than what I've seen in years. So this wireless radiation was definitely affecting these plants, and having removed it, it's now having very positive benefits on the growth cycle of these plants. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I wish you the very best of health. Thank you.